Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode on Back to Basics. I'm your host, Cece, and today I'm going to be talking about self-love. I'm going to dive into what self-love is, why it is necessary or important, how to achieve self-love, and self-destructive signs that indicate a lack in self-love. Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. It means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Self-love means not settling for less than you deserve. It's not simply a state of feeling good. Self-love is dynamic. It grows through actions that mature us. When we act in ways that expand self-love in us, we begin to accept much better our weaknesses as well as our strengths, have less need to explain away our shortcomings, have compassion for ourselves as human beings struggling to find personal meaning, are more centered in our life's purpose and values, and expect living fulfillment through our own efforts. Acquiring self-love is a journey that requires patience and understanding that it's a work in progress, so it needs time. There is absolutely no need to be hard on yourself. There are a couple of ways in which one can start on so as to reach or accomplish self-love, and the first one is becoming mindful of your environment and surroundings. People who have more self-love tend to know what they think, feel, need, or want. They are mindful of who they are and act on this knowledge rather than on what others want for them. Act on what you need rather than what you want. You love yourself when you can turn away from something that feels good and exciting to what you need to stay strong, to stay centered, and moving forward in your life instead. By staying focused on what you need, you turn away from automatic behavior patterns that get you into trouble, keep you stuck in the past, and lessen self-love. Learn to practice good self-care. Self-care is equals to self-love. You will love yourself more when you take better care of your basic needs. People high in self-love nourish themselves daily through healthy activities like sound nutrition, exercise, proper sleep, intimacy, and healthy social interactions. Learn to set boundaries. You love yourself more when you set limits or say no to work, love, or activities that deplete or harm you physically, emotionally, and spiritually, or express poorly who you are. Protect yourself as much as possible. Bring the right people into your life. I love the term frenemies. It describes so well the type of friends who take pleasure in your pain and loss rather than in your happiness and success. My suggestion to you here is plain and simple. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of toxic people in your life. There isn't enough time in your life to waste on people who want to take away the shine on your face that says, I genuinely love myself and I love life. You will love and respect yourself more once you are able to do this and once you are able to protect yourself. Learn to forgive yourself. We as people can be so hard on ourselves. The downside of taking responsibility for our actions is punishing ourselves too much for mistakes and learning and growing. You have to accept that you are not perfect. No one is. before you can truly love yourself. Practice being less hard on yourself when you make a mistake, and always remember there are no failures. If you have learned and grown from your mistakes, they are only lessons learned. Wake up and live intentionally. You will accept and love yourself more, whatever is happening in your life, when you live with purpose and design. Your purpose doesn't have to be crystal clear to you, although it has to be there. If your intention is to live a meaningful life and a healthy life, you will make decisions that support this intention and feel good about yourself when you succeed in this purpose. You will love yourself more if you see yourself accomplishing what you set out to do. Be positive. You need to establish your living intentions to do this. Words of affirmation. Start each day by telling yourself something really, really positive. Like how well you handle a situation, or how lovely you look that day. Or any day, in fact. Anything that will make you smile. Fill your body with food and drink that nourishes it and makes it thrive. Remember, move your body every single day and learn to love the skin you're in. You can't hate your way into loving yourself. Do not believe everything you think. The mind is a beautiful organ but can be a very hurtful place. There is an inner critic inside us trying to keep us small and safe. The downside is this also stops us from living a full life. So surround yourself with people who love and encourage you. Let them remind you just how amazing you are. And because you're amazing, no one in this world is as you. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Just stop the comparisons. There is no one on this planet like you, so you cannot fairly compare yourself to someone else, to anyone else. The only person you should compare yourself to is you. Again, end all toxic relationships. Seriously, let them all go. Anyone who makes you feel anything less than amazing does not deserve to be part of your life. Always remember to celebrate your wins, no matter how big or how small. Pat yourself on the back and be proud of what you have achieved. Step outside your comfort zone. Step out of it. Just step out of it. Remove yourself from that place of comfort. Try something new. It's incredible the feeling we get when we realize we have achieved something we didn't know or think or even believed we could do before. Embrace and love the things that make you different. This is what makes you special and unique. Realize that beauty cannot be defined, for it is what you see it as. Don't let any of those Instagram posts and photoshopped pictures in the magazines or on the social media posts make you feel any different, or make you feel like your body isn't perfect, or make you feel like your life isn't perfect. Even those people sometimes don't look like that in real life. Take time to calm your mind every day. There is a lot going on right now. Take time to just calm your mind and yourself and center yourself. Breathe in and out, and clear your mind of your thoughts and just be. What's life without passion? So follow your passion. You know that thing that gets you so excited but scares you at the same time? That gives you that adrenaline rush? The thing you really want to do but have convinced yourself it won't work? Yep. Get up and do that. You should do exactly that. But in order to be able to do these things, you should be patient and kind to yourself. Be patient and persistent. Self-love is ever evolving. It's something that needs to be practiced daily but can take a lifetime to master. So be kind and support yourself through the hard times. Be mindful of what you think, feel, and want. Live your life in ways that truly reflect this. Treat others with love and respect. It makes us feel better about ourselves when we treat others the way we hope to be treated. But that doesn't mean everybody will always repay the favor. But that's not their problem. It's not your problem, it's theirs. Find something to be grateful for every day. Because it's inevitable that you're going to have your down days. But this is very fine and normal and very human of you. It's especially important on these days to find at least one thing you are grateful for, as it helps to shift your mind and energy around what's going on. So reach out to family, friends, your pastor maybe, or your mentor, whomever you need to help you through the tough times. You are not expected to go through them alone. Learn to say no. It's a tough lesson, but it needs to be learned. Saying no sometimes doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a smart person. Again, forgive yourself. You can't change the past. You know that thing you did one time, or maybe a couple of times, that made you feel bad, possibly embarrassed, maybe ashamed? Yeah, it's time to let that go. You can't change the things you have done in the past, but you can control your future. Look at it as a learning experience and believe in your ability to change. You've got thoughts running in your head, causing you anxiety, depression, you're paranoid or scared. Write it down. Hate swimming with so many crazy thoughts is giving you a headache? Write them all down on a piece of paper. No matter how crazy, how mean, sad, terrifying they are. Keep it in a journal or tear it up. Maybe burn it. Whatever you need to do to let it go. Take some time off. Relax. Meditate if you can. Turn off and inwards. Grab a cup of your favorite tea or whatever your choice of drink and sit down for a few minutes on your own. No TV or distractions, just you. Think about the wonderful things that are happening in your life right now, even if it's not much. Think about what your dreams are and how you can make them happen. Give up the need for approval from others. No matter how much of a good person you are, there's going to be always that one person who thinks you're not. There is always going to be that one person who says something bad about you. You can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, but there's still going to be somebody who hates peaches. There is no person on this earth that is happy every single moment of every single day. And you know why? Because we're all human. We make mistakes. We feel emotions, whether it's good emotions or bad emotions, and it's okay. Allow yourself to be human. Get creative and express yourself in whatever way you like, be it painting, music, whatever takes your fancy. And make sure you leave your inner critic at the door. There are no right ways to be creative. So just go on with it. Let go of past trauma and wounds. This, however, can be a really tough one, and it may be one of those times you need to turn to others for support. The truth is, though, when we let go of things that have happened to us, it's almost like a weight is lifted off our shoulders. We don't have to carry that around with us anymore because we deserve better. Find your happy place. Where's the one place you feel totally at ease? Calm, happy, positive. Go to that place when you're going through hard times, or imagine yourself being there. It's okay to daydream. Think about how it feels, what it smells like, what it looks like. The next time you're feeling happy and on top of the world, make a list of your best qualities and accomplishments. It may sound a little corny, but it can be a wonderful reminder when you're having a day that's less than amazing. Get in touch with your inner dialogue. If it's anything less than loving, encouraging, or supportive, it's time to make a change. You deserve to be spoken to in the same way you would speak to your best friend, your sister, your brother, your daughter, or your son. Sometimes you might not be sure if the things you are doing reflect self-love, as some may come off as self-love but isn't. Some of these things include being needy. You are needy if you're constantly seeking a lot of attention, affection, and or affirmation. It is a sign that you lack self-love. People end up describing you as being really clingy. Needy or insecure people always have these behaviors which can become overbearing for others and will consequently push them away. Chaotic relationships. This includes being self-focused, hypersensitive, and self-justifying. You might find that you're extremely defensive and find it difficult to cope with others well, making it difficult for them to have healthy relationships with you. Eating disorders. You refuse to eat and are in denial of hunger. You have an intense fear of gaining weight and have a negative or distorted self-image and partake in excessive exercise, or vice versa. Hypervigilance. Are you afraid of making mistakes and are constantly anxious and overly watchful of the behaviors of others? Do you search for clues on how to act, what to wear, what to say, and what to do? Never allowing your true self to shine? It's an indication of lack of self-love. Poor communication. You find it very difficult to communicate effectively with others and lack the skill to express yourself. This results in you not feeling you have been heard and being misunderstood. Perfectionism. You always want things to be done perfectly, which is impractical in normal life. You often feel so imperfect and inadequate, which leaves you with a very low self-esteem. You cover this up by acting in ways that you assume are acceptable, such as being the best dressed, with never a hair out of place, needing perfect feedback, or else feeling devastated. Such people always put blame on others whenever something is not done the way they want. Lack of assertiveness. Lack of confidence and self-esteem leaves you too fearful of upsetting others. Assertiveness requires boldness, which you lack. Due to holding your feelings in and being passive, you let anger build up until you boil over and become aggressive, defensive. Not just aggressive, but aggressive, defensive. Wearing a mask. You put on a mask to hide your vulnerability. You try to act in ways that conceal your emotions and put on a brave face so that others will not see the problems that you're experiencing in your life. If you are ready to change your life and move from self-hate to self-love, then a good way to start is to ask yourself a couple of questions. To just sit yourself down and ask yourself, what does love mean to me? Not loving someone, but love in its purest form. What does love mean to me? What would someone who loves themselves do? How would they treat themselves? How would they hold themselves? How could I be more loving to myself? How can I express love to myself every single day? Get out there and do the things that light your fire. Enjoy them. Enjoy being you. Enjoy being in your skin. And enjoy your incredible life. Life has ups and downs. What we can only do is adjust and move on and love ourselves in that journey and in that process. Until next time, it's peace and much love from your girl Cece.